Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Yo, Luigi better watch Karmelo Anthony's case because there's both young men. They're both dealing with the justice system. I'm going to show you how they intertwine and how Luigi may even get less time for his crime than Karmelo Anthony. Sit back, enjoy the ride. Before I go any further, let it be known, my name is Unique Mecca Audio. I did 26 years in the feds. I went through the trials. I had a 9-day trial. I did the direct appeal. I did the 2255. I filed everything. I've been through all these procedures, so when I speak on this, I already know. And I sat there when they marched me into the courtroom like they did Luigi behind you. So I'm going to break down Luigi's mind state, what he's going through, what Karmelo is going through, and how they intertwine even though they're not from the same worlds. Let's go. All right, check it out. You know we're going to drop all kinds of jewels and all that, right? But first I want to do is introduce you to these young men real nice and easy. This is Luigi.
With the breaking news, the chilling new video never seen before, now showing the crucial moments after Luigi Mangione allegedly shot and killed that healthcare CEO Brian Thompson outside a New York City hotel. We have all seen the surveillance video showing the gunman sneaking up behind the victim, opening fire. But tonight, for the first time, we see what happens afterward. The witness on the street, a woman with her coffee, a man from the hotel, and several minutes go by before anyone tends to that CEO who had just been shot, lying on the sidewalk. Here's our chief investigative correspondent, Aaron Katursky, leading us off.
Tonight, we're seeing newly released video of the chilling moments after Luigi Mangione allegedly shot and killed United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson outside a New York City hotel. You can see the shooter walk toward the victim, appearing to briefly glance down as he lay dying on the sidewalk before turning to cross the street, then starting to run, disappearing down an alley. This woman, holding her coffee, seems to hear the first shot. She flinches as Thompson stumbles, then seems to look straight at the gunman, still taking aim, before she runs off. Seconds later, a man in the hotel steps outside, looks toward Thompson crumpled on the ground, and starts pointing in the suspect's direction. But it would be 3 minutes before police arrive and tend to the CEO, another 8 minutes until an ambulance pulls up.
They're looking for a male, about 5 feet 10 inches in height, cream-colored jacket, black mask, black gloves.
As police launched a manhunt across the city, they allege Mangione escaped on a bike, dumped a backpack in Central Park, then hailed a taxi before he hopped a bus out of town. That never-before-seen video, a window into those moments when Thompson, a father of 2, lay dying in the street before police could arrive.
All right, so that's what happened with that, right? So now we're going to sit here and I'm going to get into a little commentary and then we're going to get back to show you who Karmelo Anthony is, because I know a lot of you already know who he is. But like I said, I did 26 years, so I'm speaking from experience right now. Luigi better watch Karmelo Anthony and watch his case. Listen, this is not news. This is a warning. Karmelo Anthony got 35 years. He was 17. Now he's 19. His life changed in one moment. One argument, one weapon, one body, one verdict. Now Luigi Mangione is still in the cell, watching that number, 35 years. Gotta be talking to him in the dark. Now, I'm getting ready to play a video so you know who Karmelo Anthony is and what happened with his situation. I'm gonna try and keep it short, then I'm gonna get back to the commentary, but before I go any further, let me give you a jewel. All right, here goes the jewel. Sometimes another man's sentence is God warning you before your name gets called. Now, we're gonna let you see what's going on with Karmelo Anthony and his case so that you can't say that you didn't know. You know, let's go.
Right now, for the first time, we're getting a look at images and video presented in the murder trial against a convicted 19-year-old. A jury found Karmelo Anthony guilty of stabbing a student athlete to death during a high school track meet last year in Frisco. Jobin Paniker reports.
Frisco 911, what is the location of the emergency?
We're at Kuykendall Stadium. My friend just got stabbed.
For the first time, the larger public is hearing
I have an athlete that was stabbed.
and seeing what a jury had to before convicting Karmelo Anthony of murder in the death of Austin Metcalf under this Memorial High School tent. Late Friday, the 296th District Court in Collin County released most of the evidence presented at trial. The 911 calls played in court detail the struggle to keep Austin Metcalf alive.
Stay with me. Stay with me, Austin.
A coach testified to doing compressions. You can hear the chaos in the background.
Are you breathing? Stay with yes, ma'am.
One witness testified it was Austin Metcalf's brother, Hunter, you mostly hear.
Come on, Austin. Come on, Austin.
The state's evidence shows the moments of the altercation under that tent, but not clearly. The video spotlights Karmelo Anthony's movements immediately after the stabbing. Anthony runs down the bleachers, runs toward an exit. A jog turns into a slow walk. There were student witnesses who testified to pointing out Karmelo Anthony as he left. Anthony would ultimately walk out onto the field where he's intercepted by a coach. It is there an officer makes first contact.
And that's how he was arrested, so you understand, right? We played that out. I'm going to show you, that's what happened at the scene of the crime, right? But I just want to give you a little bit more jewels before we get into the video playing, right? Now, I'm going to show you the bridge between these two men. This is the bridge. Karmelo is the door. Luigi is the next room. Different men, different cases, different backgrounds, same machine, same box jewelry, same courtroom silence, same steel doors, same family tears, same nightmares. When the internet stops talking and the sentence starts breathing, that's when you know that it's an issue. Because remember, both men is bridged together because Karmelo just went through the doors of the justice system. Luigi is in the back room waiting his turn, and he's better be watching Karmelo. Now, isn't it ironic that Luigi may get less time than Karmelo? And you saw how Karmelo was arrested. Now I'm gonna show you how Luigi was arrested, and you tell me, who do you feel deserves more time?
And completely out of touch and an insult to the intelligence of the American people.
Luigi Nicholas Mangione has been identified as the suspect in the Manhattan killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. The 26-year-old was spotted at a McDonald's in Pennsylvania just days later. Mangione was born and raised in Maryland, where he was valedictorian of his prep school. He earned undergraduate and graduate degrees in computer science from the University of Pennsylvania. Mangione apparently had severe back pain from childhood that interfered with many aspects of his life. Police say when Mangione was arrested, he had a gun on him that investigators believed was used in last Wednesday's attack, as well as writings expressing anger at corporate America. Manhattan prosecutors have charged him with 5 counts, including murder, criminal possession of a weapon, and criminal possession of a forged instrument. He's currently being held without bail in Pennsylvania.
So that's where we at with that, right? I just had to show that to you so you could understand two men. One surrendered and one went out, as they say in the street, like a gangster. And that's not to promote anything, because there's all types of rat bastards and flip-flop wearing in public trolls that be trying to flip and flop different words to make it negative when it's only positive. Now, the jewel that I'm gonna give you, right? The jewel that I'm gonna give you, right? The courtroom does not care who was trending. It only cares what can be proven. Karmelo's mind, right? Let's tap into Karmelo's mind real quick, right? Karmelo's mind. Picture Karmelo. Track meet, rain falling, tempers rising, birds flying, pride talking, fear mixing, ego pushing. Then it happens. The moment, the cut, the blood, the screams, the running, the confusion, the body cam, the handcuffs. Then his mind says, what did I do? What did I just do? Can I fix it? No. That's the first cell before prison, before sentencing. The mind becomes the cell because he's trapped within his mind trying to figure his way out this crazy situation that should have stayed in his mind. Because like I said, let me take a ride. The first psychiatrist that went into my head during my 26 years that I served in federal prison, so I'm speaking from experience, he told me it was normal to picture someone in the corner, bloody and butchered, and you standing over them with 2 Bethlehams. But it was abnormal to act on it. And that resonated with me. And that's the same thing. These thoughts should have stayed in his mind. Now, the jewel, right? We got to give you the jewel. We got to give you the jewel. You can run from the scene, but you cannot run from the memory. Luigi's mind. Let's tap into Luigi's mind. Now, picture Luigi. Different kind of dark. Not a teenager, not a schoolyard, not a tent, not rain. This is Manhattan. This is a CEO. This is a national news. This is manhunt. This is headlines. This is politics. This is money. This is a trial coming. And Luigi's thinking, how did I get here? How did my name get here? I went from family to felon. How did my life go from options to chains? These are the things that go through your mind when you're arrested, right? Now I got to give you the jewel to that. When a man had options, every wall in prison reminds him of every door he refused to walk through. The age difference, right? Let's talk about the age difference. Karmelo was 17, Luigi's 28. That matters. At 17, people say panic. People say youth. People say fear. People say confusion. People say self-defense. And still, Karmelo got 35 years. Now, Luigi, right? He's 28. Grown, educated, from resources with options. So he has to wonder if 17-year-old child got 35 years, what would they give me at 28 years of age? The jewel in that, right? Youth may explain a moment, but it does not always save you from the years. The dark room. Let's talk about the dark room. This is what people miss. The cell is quiet, too quiet, no crowd, no comments, no hashtags, no supporters, just keys, just footsteps, just count time. Just your heart beating through your chest. Just your thoughts running wild through your mind. Just that moment when you think you're losing it all. It starts playing again and again and again. Karmelo sees the tent, Luigi sees the street. Karmelo hears the chaos, Luigi hears the shot. Both men hear the door closing behind them forever. Can you imagine that? Put it in the comments if you could imagine what they're feeling and how would you like them to be feeling right now? Because there's both supporters and people that's against it. But the jewel for that is, a cell does not need a television when your mind keeps playing the worst day of your life over and over and over again. The 35-year warning is what Luigi got. 35 years. Say that slow. 35 years. That's not a number. That's a lifetime. That's a youth gone. That's music changed. That's families older, friends missing, mother tired, world different. Karmelo walked in young. He may walk out old. Luigi has to see that and ask himself, if that happened to him, what happens to me? The jewel. Got to give you the jewel. Oh, y'all, make sure y'all hit the like button, man, and give an emoji or something, because like I said, I got to keep letting y'all know. I already got my 100,000 plaque, and y'all don't even know who I am. A lot of y'all watching this, so you already know they suppressing the real. But we're not going to let them do that. And the only way to not do that is for you to just continue to hit the like button, give me an emoji, say a few words, say you like the content, whatever it is you want to say. Let me know what it is you want to see. Put it in the comments. I got the phone numbers on the screen. The phone number works, and I do answer the phone. And the Cash App is on the screen. That works too. Okay? Now, make sure you hit the icon when you use the Cash App and it says it was created in 2020. But now, we're going to get into the jewel, right? I want to get into the jewel. I love the jewels. A sentence is not just time. It's the burial of the life you thought you had coming. Because now it's all been stripped because of that one moment. Money does not sleep in the cell. People talk money, family money, trust money, lawyer money, defense money. But listen, money can file motions, money can hire experts, money can buy suits, money can delay court, but money cannot hug you. Money cannot hold you. Money cannot sleep for you. Money cannot stop count time. Money cannot make steel soft. You're still gonna hear the doors clanging. Money cannot bring back the dead. Money cannot fight. But money cannot do the time either. Remember that. Now, the jewel in that, it don't matter how much money you got on none of that. Money can buy a defense, but it cannot purchase peace after blood hits the ground. And when both of these men get out of prison, these thoughts, this moment will still be with them for the rest of their life. Let's talk about the internet trap, right? Both cases got supporters, both cases got sides, both cases got comments, both cases got people arguing, but support is dangerous. It can fool you. Likes feel like love. Shares feel like power. Comments feel like hope. But in court, none of that counts. Hashtags is not evidence. A comment is not a witness. A trend is not reasonable doubt. Karmelo had support, still got 35 years. Luigi had support, but the jury is not YouTube. Remember that. Now, the jewel in that is, never confuse internet noise with courtroom power. One trends, the other sentences. The victim's family, right? We cannot forget this. Somebody's dead. Rest in peace to both men. And my condolences to all families involved. A family is broken. A chair is empty. A father is hurt. A mother is changed. A name is on a grave. That's real. That's why this is dark. Not because we glorify it, but because we respect the cause. One family lost a life, one family lost a future. Both families got sentenced just in different ways because they're both suffering. One body drops. The pain does not land in one house. It spreads throughout everybody involved that had feelings and emotions and empathy for these men, these people involved. The defendant's family, right? Karmelo's family, let's talk about that, right? They have to visit him. Luigi's family has to watch a trial. Different pains, same weight. Mothers cry different. Fathers get quiet. Sisters age fast. Brothers feel shame. Family phones ring different now because you know they're no longer calling for them. Every holiday changes, every birthday changes, every picture changes. But one decision put everybody in chains because everybody involved is locked up now. Prison does not just lock up the defendant, it puts the whole family on a visiting schedule and a phone schedule. Luigi's trial fare, right? Let's talk about Luigi's trial fare because we're gonna tap into his mind, right? Luigi knows the date is coming sometime in September. The judge is waiting. The prosecutor's building, the lawyers are planning, the media is watching, the public is arguing. The victim's family is hurting, and he's still there, trying to breathe, trying to sleep, trying to believe, trying to stay calm. But every night, that question come back, what if they convict me? What if I never go home? If Karmelo got 35 years at 19, when he committed the crime at 17, I committed my crime at 28, oh, they're gonna bury me. This is what he's thinking. But we gotta hit the joint. The night before trial is when confidence stops acting and fear starts telling the truth that you're cooked, that you're fighting for your freedom, for your life. Karmelo's sentence fair, right? Karmelo already had it. 35 years. That word hit different after the verdict, after the lawyers, after the arguments, after the self-defense claim, after the family prayers, after the judge spoke. The years landed like an atomic bomb, crushing his soul and pushed it to the ground. And now Karmelo has to live with it, wake up with it, eat with it, sleep with it, age with it. That's not a headline. That's a life. The judge speaks for minutes, but the sentence talks to you for decades and sometimes a lifetime. Now I'm gonna give you the Unique Mecca audio twist, right? This is not about Karmelo. This is not about Luigi. They're just the vehicle that I'm using. The lesson that I'm giving is the story. Pain can trick you. Pride can blind you. Fear can push you. Anger can lie to you. But consequences, they tell the truth. They don't care about your background, your money, your supporters, your excuses, your image, or your opinion. Consequences collect from everybody involved. Now, because I've been on here long enough, been on here 24 minutes, let me ride. Feelings are temporary, but the paperwork they create can follow you to the grave. So I'm gonna give you a final warning, right? Final warning. So yes, Luigi better watch Karmelo, not because Karmelo can save him, but because Karmelo showed the machine. The machine does not blink. The machine does not care. The machine does not get tired. It waits, it builds, it tries you. It silences you. Then it moves on. While you sit there with a number, with a cell, with a memory, with a life you cannot get back. Now it's moving on to Luigi. And then later this year, it will move on to Little Dirk. The machine never stops because it's working to keep the community safe, regardless how we feel about the assailants. This is all supposed to be an attempt to keep us safe. So keep that in mind when you pass judgment. Now, the final jewel, right? The final jewel. I like my bell. I gotta give you the bell. Do not let one dark moment write a life sentence your soul has to read every morning. Now, I'm gonna give y'all 10 controversial questions because like I said, right? Oh, I ain't even show y'all that, right? Hold up. Cop the book of Rowan Harlem at rowanharlem.com. Cop the book of Rowan Harlem at rowanharlem.com. And like I said, just give my little spiel before I give you the question because this is a class. So now you're in class and this is my certificate, right? Now, I got that. But they not trying to push this content because it's too real. So y'all got to work with me and y'all got to share this. Y'all got to hype this. Y'all got to hit the like. Y'all got to hit the emoji, throw a couple of words, keep it moving. Do your podcast app at the top. Make sure you hit the icon to see it was created in 2020. 2020. Now, let's get to the final question because now I'm like the professor in the classroom. I'm going to ask y'all 10 controversial questions that I would like y'all to answer to keep this joint in the rotation so that every young person see this and maybe they can wake up. Now, did Karmelo's 35 years just become Luigi's warning? You can just put a yes. But did Karmelo's 35 years just become Luigi's warning? Yes, because Karmelo had youth. He had self-defense claims. He had support and still got 35 years. Luigi has to feel that. Have to feel that. Now, question 2. Is Luigi's case darker than Karmelo's to you? Do you feel Luigi's case is darker than Karmelo's? Are all cases the same? Answer. On paper, yes. Prosecutors are presenting Luigi's case as planned, targeted, and calculated. That word calculated can destroy a defense. Now, question 3, Ron. I made the little bell so you all know where the questions is, so when you go back and look this up, if you want to tape, everywhere you see a bell, it's gonna be a question. Okay, class? That's how we're doing this today. What is Karmelo thinking right now? What do you think Karmelo is thinking right now after he's sentenced and he just began his bid? He's thinking about the moment, the tent, the body cam, the verdict, the 35 years, and how fast his youth disappeared. Now, that means a question. Number 4, right? What is Luigi thinking right now? What do you think this man in the screen is thinking right now? Look how they brought him into justice and you saw young Karmelo surrender. So what do you think Luigi's thinking right now? All right. Now, he's thinking about trial, the jury, the evidence, the victim's family, the media, and whether his life is already over. Next question. Can money save Luigi? Do you think money can save Luigi? Money can help him fight, but it cannot guarantee freedom. A rich defense can still meet a cold verdict. Now, 6th question, right? Did the internet fool both sides? Do you think the internet fooled both sides? Yes, because the internet makes people feel big. A court makes people feel small. Comments do not open cell doors. Remember that. Next question. Who do you think really pays? Who do you think really pays? Answer, everybody. The victim's family, the defendant's family, the community, the mothers, the fathers, the children coming behind them. Now, question 8. I gotta get a bell. Gotta get a bell. Is public support real power to you? Is public support real power? Not in court. Support can raise money. Support can create noise, but support cannot vote in the jury room. Question 9, right? All right, relax. What should the youth learn from Karmelo? Put in the comments, what do you think the youth should learn from Karmelo? The answer, do not let pride use your hands, because pride leaves, but you stay in court. Last question. I've been on here long enough. Gave y'all a little 30 minutes. I know y'all, I gave y'all joints an hour and y'all ain't tell me it was too long, so I just cut it down. What should everybody learn from Luigi? What should everyone learn from Luigi? Answer, options do not save you. Education does not save you. Money does not save you. When you cross that line, the system only sees the act. None of that. Now, last question, man. This is the final jewel. I promise this is the final jewel. The streets are real. The money is realer. The pain is realer. But prison is realer, and it collects from everybody. Everybody pays. Remember that. You know, this is a trying time. I brought this to you. I hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure you share it, like it, hit the comment, the emoji, all that, push it forward. But I'm gonna show you why I do this right now. This is Brother Murder Mook. I gotta put his name on the video, so I apologize, Mook. But it's Murder Mook. Murder with an A, Mook. All right, maybe Murder_Mook on Instagram. Check him out. He fire hot.
Hey, what's going on, man? Murder Mook, Harlem. You know what it is, man. I just want to express how much gratitude I got for Unique. You know what I mean? I was telling him a story, telling him how I felt about, you know, if anything was to go wrong with my career, rap-wise, you know, if, you know, shit be slow, and I got so many opportunities to be able to do the wrong shit. When I watch Unique Mecca audio, I feel it, and I, like, to my soul, and that's keeping me farthest away from doing anything criminal. Anything criminal. He made me think straight, honestly. Made me think straight, because I've been watching him for about a year, like a year now, maybe, and it just took my mind way off of that, way off of that. From a year ago, it got rough. For a year ago,
Yeah.
and from watching this man, I just felt like, you saved me. You saved me. And I just want to show my gratitude, and I want to say thank you, man. Unique Mecca Audio, anything you need, brother, from me.
All right.
Anything you need, man.
All right.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime. Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. An Instagram page and a YouTube you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca Audio. did it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top Beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spin a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. Baby horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours, so we can give back to the